Hey YouTube, what's up? So you ever notice how people in this country always get pissed off about being in this country, but then they never ever do something to actually go ahead and fix that shit? Well, I got a little something that's gonna piss them off. It's called an American flag, you fuckwads. And guess what? You need to respect that flag when you're in this country. I see videos of y'all on YouTube, on Facebook, and whatever else, and you have all these dumbasses who go out and protest, and what do? They take that flag right there, and they burn it. Fucking idiots. You know what? If you're gonna go burn the flag, then you don't need to be in this fucking country in the first place, alright? I'm just saying it straight how it is. I don't give a fuck if you hate me for it or not. I don't give a fuck if you think that I'm some sort of racist or something, because I'm not. I'm telling you straight up how it is. That American flag right there, that American flag is your national symbol. You respect that symbol, all right? You don't go out there and burn it. You don't go out there, throw it on the ground and stomp on it, because you know what? You're living here in America. You're living under the stars and stripes, all right? I'm telling you that right now. I don't care what you do with any other flag, but the American flag, when you're here in America, you respect that flag. Keep that in mind. When your flag gets tattered, it gets old, and you have to get rid of it, you're probably sitting there like, oh, well, what should I do with it if you're not supposed to burn it? Well, you got three options. You can donate it to any VFW center, and they'll have a flag drop box where you put the flag in there, and there's VFWs across all of America. They will go ahead and give that flag a respectful burial. Or not exactly a burial, but they'll go ahead and take that flag and get rid of it respectfully. All right? Some people, yes, there is a certain way to burn the flag that people do, but to throw it on the ground and to burn it out in a bonfire just because you're protesting? No, you don't do that shit. You get rid of it proper, all right? The second way, I have heard of groups giving the American flag the burial. Yes, this flag right here, if it gets torn up, if it gets tattered real badly, there are groups that will give it a proper burial. And you know what? That is a really respectful way for that flag to go. But here's the thing. The third option I like the most, and I'm going to take a sip of this Coke. Okay, the third option I like the most. Your flag right there, that flag gets tattered, gets worn out, and you're ready to retire it. You can donate it. And what they will do is they will take that flag, they will take that American flag right there, they will recycle it and turn it into a brand new flag. That's the idea I like the best, because you're taking our national symbol that you have had great use out of, and you've worn it out, and you're going ahead and giving that symbol new life. You're bringing it back to its former glory by recycling it. You're bringing it back to go ahead and be that national symbol once again. You're giving that flag a whole new life. And once that new flag goes ahead, gets worn out, tattered, ripped, whatever, then you donate it again. It gets recycled and turned into another new flag. And it's given a new life, okay? So, y'all can see that flag right there and say what the fuck you want of me, but I think, personally, that y'all need to start respecting that flag. You know what? My great-grandfather, He was a World War II B-26 bomber pilot. All right? And he went ahead, dropped bombs over Nazi Germany. You want to know why? Because he was protecting our freedoms. He was protecting our nation. If no one had served during that war, because I know there's a bunch of you people who are out there protesting saying, oh, we shouldn't be in wherever, we shouldn't be in Afghanistan, Iraq, whatever else. Well, you know what? If it wasn't for people like my great-grandpa, if it wasn't for our soldiers, we would be under Hitler's rule right now. Would you want that, to be waving your arm and yelling hi at some idiot who has a flat mustache and, I mean, just looks like a dumbass? No. Okay, you don't want to live under his rule, because chances are, unless you have blonde hair, blue eyes, and are German, and are white, then Hitler would turn you into some factory worker until you can't work no more, and then he'd kill you. So, what would you rather do? Would you rather live here in America, where you respect that flag, where you go ahead and have your freedoms because of our veterans? Or would you have wanted our veterans to not even bother and then be under Hitler's rule because there was no one to fight Hitler during the war because why? No one bothered. So it's your choice. And that's just hypothetical, okay? But it's either our veterans go over there and they protect our rights, or we have some dictator overrun our country because no one's willing to take a stand. So what I'm saying, America, and I know y'all are probably going to think that I'm some hate monger for saying this, but I'm saying respect the flag, respect our veterans. Because you know what? Our veterans fight damn hard for your freedom and for my freedom. They fight for my freedom to say what I'm thinking right now. They fight for your freedom to say what you're thinking. They fight for your freedom to have peaceful protests. They fight for your freedom to be able to live in this country, to be able to not be told what to do or not be forced into a job that you don't love. You want to be forced into a job you don't love? You want to be forced into a job to where you probably know nothing about what you're doing? Then move to Russia. Move to China. I don't know. Wherever. You could go live under a dictator's rule. All right? But here in America, we've got freedoms. And I'll tell you what. You might be saying, oh, you're being a hypocrite now. Because we've got the freedom to go ahead and burn that flag. And no, you do not have the freedom to burn that flag. It is written in the Constitution that you do not disrespect any symbol of America. The bald eagle, the American flag, you do not disrespect. Now, one thing I've seen is people going around and tearing down statues of Christopher Columbus. Now, I don't know what the fuck the deal is about that, but you all who are tearing down those statues, you're a bunch of dumbasses. And here's why I'm saying this. Instead of tearing down the statue, let it be donated to a museum. If you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. That's right, I said it. So, say what you will, but I'm speaking my mind and I'm speaking the truth. Because you know what? This here's America. And when you're in America, you respect the American flag. You respect our veterans. And you respect everyone's right to their own opinion and their right to their own freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom, the right to bear arms, and anything else that I'm not thinking of right now. You respect their right, because guess what? This is the land of the free, which means we're free to do what we want. We're free to work hard at our lives, to go ahead, get ourselves a job, get ourselves a car, go ahead and make a 9-to-5. We're free to go ahead and buy what we want, pretty much. You know, and I dare you, compare our country with other countries and see how many civilians are allowed to get guns. All right? You'll find out that our country is probably one of the loosest countries as far as the right to bear arms. I dare you to go ahead and see what other countries will let you be able to choose your future, your career, and your job. All right? There's countries where you don't choose your job. The government tells you what job you're going to be at, period. And you know what? There's countries where you don't even get to choose who your leader is. In America, we have that freedom. And here's the thing. Y'all are going to hate me for this too, but you get to choose your leader, America. All right? And say you voted for someone like, let's just for the hell of it, we're going to go ahead and say, Nancy Pelosi and George W. Bush are running. And I'm pulling this out of my ass, and this is just a hypothetical, okay? Say, you go ahead, vote for George Bush, and I vote for Pelosi. Or you vote for Pelosi, I vote for George Bush, okay? And say it turns out that since you voted for Pelosi, I voted for George Bush, that, Pelosi wound up losing, George Bush wound up winning. You have a right to not like who is in office. You know, just like everyone else has a right. Say, for example, you voted for Pelosi and she won. I voted for George Bush and he did it. I have the right not to like who you voted for, even though there's the president. And what other country, I dare you to find another country that's under communist rule that will let you have that right, that will let you not like who's in office. Because I guarantee you can't do it. I'm 100% guarantee each and every one of you. If you look at Russia, you look at China, you do not have a right. North Korea even. If you don't like Kim Jong-un in North Korea, oh, buddy, are you in trouble? You don't like Putin because you're in Russia and you start voicing it publicly, oh, buddy, you better watch out because the KGB is going to watch you. And I don't know what the hell they have in North Korea. You know, same thing goes with China. And in the Middle East, I mean, don't get me started about the Middle East, all right? In the Middle East, they have riots because of people they don't like. And guess what? In the Middle East, people can take a stone like this and they can throw it at whoever they don't like, because guess what? There's a law that says you can do that. If you're, say for example, if you're, I don't know, okay, and this is going to sound really sexist, but I'm not sexist because I'm actually bi, but here's the thing. If I were to go over to Saudi Arabia or any of those countries and say I dated a man there, guess what? By law, people can take these stones and throw these stones at me. I can be buried up to my head and then have stones thrown at me until I'm dead. In Saudi Arabia. That is a law. Yes, it happens. You don't believe me? Look it up. I'm willing to bet you could go online and you could type in Saudi Arabian stoning to death, and that's what you'll find. And don't get me wrong. Don't underestimate what I'm saying here and be like, oh, I'd love to be stoned to death. You know, I get to smoke weed. No, being stoned to death means you're going to have rocks like this getting thrown at you. So keep that in mind, America. We have a fair justice system here, all right? Is it perfect? No. Is there anyone perfect in this country? No. All right? Is our political system perfect? No. But we have it a lot better than other countries, you know. We have it better than countries where people throw stones at you until you're dead. We have it better than North Korea, where you could get shot just for saying that you don't like the person in charge of North Korea. You know, we have it better than countries where drive-by shootings and gang fightings are the majority of society, to the point where the police and all the politicians don't give a damn because they're so corrupt by those gangs that they'll let those gangs get away with taking off with military property. All right? And now you're saying, oh, you're going out on a limb now. That's way too far. No, it isn't. Ask people. Ask around. And I dare you, get online. Go ahead and look up Nogales, Mexico, New Year's Eve. They had to sound tornado sirens. Yes, tornado sirens, because of the people who were shooting guns in the air. And you know what the truth is? All of these guns are illegal weapons. These are all cartels who have these weapons. And guess what? The politicians, they don't give a shit. They get paid off by these criminals in Mexico, to the point where the criminals control the Mexican politics. Our country's not like that. You want to live in a country where there's no police? Go down to Mexico. I guarantee you'll wind up getting kidnapped by the cartel or some stupid shit like that. So, there you go. You want to let you people all say, oh, our society is broken. You know what? Our society, I'll admit, there is things that we can work on and change. I'll admit, our political system has things that we can work on and change. You know, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm saying you're damn lucky to be living here instead of going to some other country where some stupid-ass dictator is going to tell you what to do. Or you're better off living here in a country where we actually give two shits to go ahead and stop the gangs and stop all the violence than going to a country where the violent gangs are so corrupt that they pretty much own the police department and the entire political system. So, America, that's my piece. You don't like it, then I don't give a shit. But what I'm saying is, respect that flag and respect our veterans, all right? And you know what else I'm saying too? I'm saying this. If you think you could do better in some other country, be my guest. Go ahead. But around here, this is America. You respect our veterans. You respect the flag. And you're going to find out that, hey, we have it better than a lot of these places. And like I said, I dare you to look up Nogales, Mexico, New Year's Eve. I watched maybe 5 minutes of that video. Nothing but gunfire and tornado sirens going off to tell people to get inside because of all the bullets that were coming down. Did you want to live in a place like that where a bullet can just rain down from the middle of the sky and hit you? Hit your house? Hit your car? Maybe hit your family? No. You don't want to live in a country like that. You want to live here in America, where we actually stop bullshit like that from happening, or we try to. You know, we're not perfect. We can't catch every single person who fires a gun in the air on New Year's Eve. But we make an effort to. Let's see you say that about our neighbors down south. And no, I'm not being racist. I'm being truthful. Look it up on YouTube. Nogales, Mexico, New Year's Eve. Look it up. And you will see the truth. All right? So I've said my piece. This is Wolfgang Country signing off. Y'all have a nice day. Be blessed that you're in America. Be blessed you can live under a beautiful flag such as that. And be blessed that we've got veterans who help us help keep our country free. To help make sure that our country is free of terrorists and free of dictators. That's my piece. I'm signing off, YouTube. This is the Wolfgang Huntress channel. I'll see you on the next one.